6 keys to make sure you're the boxer the majority of the time. Sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right, so number 1, if you want to be the boxer and not the bag, you want to stay in condition. Now, we talked about this all the time, and you guys do a good job, and David, you covered it this morning. There is a big difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A growth mindset puts you in a position where you can accomplish your dreams. A fixed mindset is you're stuck, you're blamed, you make excuses. Now, in order to get in a growth mindset, and by the way, I gave you the outline of what I'm going to talk about, but I'm also going to give you my notes filled in later. I'm going to email them to you later on today. But in order to get in a growth mindset, one thing you got to do is you got to just have an attitude of gratitude. Because what happens with achievers, the majority of the people that are in this room, you're achievers. That's the reason you're at Brandon Honda. If you weren't an achiever, you wouldn't be here. But the problem with achievers is we tend to focus on things that are wrong instead of things that are right. Do you do that? Do you find that you do that? Did 1 or 2 things that aren't right? So what we want to do is we want to have an attitude of gratitude. We want to focus on what's right. And one key that I can tell you in order to do that is on your phone, you should have a note of list of things that you're gracious for and that you're really happy about, and you should be able to read that list every day. Now, staying in condition, the mind, the other one is the body. How many people in this room are happy in your physical condition right now? Raise your hand. You're happy in your physical condition. We got 4 people in this room that are happy with their physical condition. I will tell you, you will not be able to accomplish your dreams and your goals and your professional aspirations unless you're in great physical shape. And I will give you a couple quick things on being in physical condition. You need nutrition, supplements, aerobic, weights, hydration, and sleep. You need them all. The problem with some people is they do 1 or 2 and they don't have everything else. On the nutrition side, real quick, guys, lean meat, vegetables. If you're plant-based, stay with it. Whole-based diet. Stay away from processed foods. Stay away from sugar. Stay away from anything. Your idea should be, if it is alive or was alive, I can eat it. On the supplement side, I'm going to give you some things that you're going to have in your notes of the recommended supplements that I suggest to you all. But unless you're getting it in your diet, you're not going to have the right dopamine and serotonin and endorphins that you're going to need in order to have the mental clarity. On the aerobic side, how many people got up and did 20 minutes of fasted cardio this morning before the meeting? We got Jerry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5. We all know that in order to get our body going or our metabolism going and to burn fat, that fasted cardio in the morning is everything. It's 15 minutes. We got to make sure that we do it. Weights, we know where muscle burns fat, and then hydration. We need to make sure that we're drinking plenty of water each and every day, and then sleep. I will tell you this, I can point you to a couple podcasts that you should listen to. There's nothing more important to your success and happiness and fulfillment than proper sleep. Most people in this room that don't feel good are sleep deprived. And if you're going to get good sleep, guys, you got to make sure you get what's called REM sleep. Can anyone tell me what REM is? Rapid eye movement sleep. Rapid eye movement sleep is your deep restorative sleep that you'll get when you lay down and you do the right things. You put your phone away, you make sure your lighting's good, you make sure your air is good in your room, and you make sure you're not drinking alcohol prior to going to sleep. Alcohol is the number 1 thing that will stop you from getting rapid eye sleep. So number 1, stay in condition. Number 2, if you want to be the boxer and not the bag, you got to have a title worth fighting for. You got to have that motivation of why you're going to get up, put your pants on, get to work, and get after it every day. You got to have a reason why you're going to train your ass off and get in the ring and get it done. So with that, a title worth fighting for, some people call it a why, I call it a life purpose. And that life purpose could be anything. It could be your church, it could be your children, it could be your legacy, it could be your family, it could be what your charitable passions, it could be anything. But unless you have that defined why or life purpose, you're going to be floating and you're going to be lost and you're not going to have clarity. You know, mine is I dominate the business world, I nurture my mind and body, and I inspire greatness in my friends, family, and teammates. So I know each and every day what's going to make me happy, but more importantly, what's going to inspire me. Your life purpose and your why could also be to shut up the haters. It could be to prove somebody wrong. It could be to make something out of yourself when somebody told you couldn't do it. So number 2 is have a title worth fighting for. Number 3, it's a really, really important one, guys. If you want to be the boxer and not the bag, you got to know when to duck, right? Because aren't everybody throwing punches at you all the time? I mean, that's the way life is. It ain't all sunshine and rainbows. You got to know when to duck. Now, knowing when to duck is you got to avoid negativity. And avoid negativity, guys, is people who you're associating with. It could be your relationships. It could be anything in your life. But I will tell you this, negativity 95% of the time is self-inflicted. You read things to reinforce your negative belief. You talk about things that you want to talk about that reinforce your thought patterns. How many people in this room watch CNN or Fox News? Raise your hand high and don't lie to me. All right? Why do you do that? What good does it do watching CNN or Fox News?
Nothing.
Continual debates of bullshit and talking points on both sides, right?
Yep.
All it is argument and stress and aggravation. And doesn't it only agitate you more when you listen to the opposite side of the argument that you believe in? So know when to duck is to avoid all that bullshit. You should be listening to YouTube subscriptions. You should be listening to podcasts. You should be listening to inspiration things. You should be watching people that make you a better person, not doing things that bring you down. Number 4, if you want to be the boxer and not the bag, you got to learn how to counterpunch. We talk about stress and aggravation. We talk about anxiety and depression. We talk about the things that happen to us that we don't understand. What we got to do is we got to make sure that we're doing everything in our power to make sure that we counterpunch those things. And I'm going to send this out to all you guys, but you got to make sure what you're putting into your body is putting you in the best position for you to accomplish your goals and your dreams and to feel the way you want to feel. So for fuel, I taught this to our lead bull class. You should have a bottle every day, similar to what Justin has. You should have a 24, 30, or a 40-ounce bottle. In that bottle, you should have all your biohacks to put you in a position where you can counterpunch. You should have your amino acids, you should have your ketones, you should have your glutamine, you should have your electrolytes, and you should have your collagen. We all know this, the 5 substances I just gave you are going to make you feel like $1 million. It's going to produce the serotonin and dopamine. It's going to put you in a position where you can accomplish your dreams. On the other side is everything in life is gut health and brain health. And brain health is your chemical balance in your brain. Well, you guys do know you can biohack that as well. So I'm going to send out my list of supplements that I recommend. Anasartan, ashwagandha, which is a really good herb for stress, theanine, which is an amino acid which reduces anxiety naturally with no side effects, alpha brain, which is a nootropic, which helps your thinking and your clarity, and new mood, which helps you to relax and take the edge off without any side effects, and there are no pharmaceuticals, but they're all natural. So you have to learn to counterpunch, and counterpunch is making sure that you're fueling your body and mind with the things that are going to make them better. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
How many people in this room do any of what I just mentioned right there? We got a handful of people that you already get it. You already get it. So the people that aren't doing it, learn the biohack. There's a podcaster I listen to by the name of Ben Greenfield. He does a tremendously good job on health, fitness, and mind, and he talks about biohacks all the time. That's the kind of person you want to listen to on the way to work instead of CNN and Fox News. All right, if you want to be the boxer and not the bag, number 5 is you got to rest between rounds. And I know that sounds strange from somebody that wants you to be a super achiever, but I got to tell you, I don't want you to not take your vacations. I don't want you to work bell to bell 7 days a week, because all you're going to do is burn yourself out. If you don't have family time, if you don't spend time with your kids, if you don't have balance, emotional, spiritual, financial, physical, relationship, family, if you don't have that, you don't have anything. You may have a little coin in the bank, but that coin's going to go bye-bye. And when your health falls ill and you're not, and you don't have the ability, and you fall into anxiety and depression, it's going to be a major problem. So I want you to understand that go as hard as you can, but when it's rest time, it's rest time. When you get home, don't rest with a scotch. Has everyone got that? Don't rest with a scotch. Because some people think relaxing is to go home, smoke a cigar, and have a scotch. I will tell you that really doesn't do it for you. Go home, take your kids for a walk. Go out and bike in the driveway. Take your wife for a bike. Go for a hike. Get a massage. Do anything, but you've got to make sure that when you're in between rounds and you've been fighting for 3 minutes or 5 minutes, and now you got a minute to rest, you got to rest. You got to rest between rounds. All right, and then number 6, if you want to be the boxer and not the bag, you got to finish the fight. Life is full of trials and tribulation. Life is full of people that reach the top of the mountain and get knocked the hell off. It's happened to me several times in my life. I get there, I get knocked off. I get there, I get knocked off. But one thing is for certain, I'm never going to quit. I'm never going to stop. And I'm going to throw punches until the day I die. So when we talk about finishing the fight, guys, you got to leave it all in the ring. You got to give everything you got each and every day. As Rocky would say, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. You are going to have opportunities, and you're going to have things that happen to you that are not fair. You're going to have days that things are said to you and things are done to you where you're going to be like, man, what the heck? I don't deserve this. Good things happen to good people. I'm a good person. Why is this happening to me? Sometimes in life, everything happens for a reason. You may not understand it at the time. And I think you all can relate in things that happen in your life where you thought that was unbelievably unfair. And then later on you go, I get it. I know why that happened. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. But I will tell you guys, the most important thing that you can do, I've watched it. I've watched people quit on the 10-yard line and they didn't know they were about to go into the end zone. And they gave up. And then I watched people that they were on the 10-yard line and they couldn't take it anymore and they said, I'm going to power through. And then all of a sudden they go, man, I came out the other side. So I would strongly recommend that you have a mindset of no matter what. Winston Churchill said, if you're going through hell, keep going. And I will tell you this, you think you have problems and issues and opportunities, so does every single person in this room, including me. So when we talk about being the boxer, not the bag, we're going to stay in condition. We're going to have a title worth fighting for. We're going to know when to duck. We're going to learn how to counterpunch. We're going to rest between rounds, and we're going to finish the fight. I'm so proud of you guys at Brandon Honey. You guys deliver each and every month. You dominate the competition. We have the strongest crew I've ever seen in the history of the car business sitting here, right now. But you determine your own destiny, and I will tell you, the key to success and the key to your future and the key to your destiny is to be the boxer and not the bag. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Love you guys. All right.